Hi guys, today is lesson 73, multiplying and dividing positive and negative numbers. And so we're going to get started. I know this looks a little different than our normal note format. It's in a PowerPoint slide format, but that's just the way it is. So I want to start off by looking at, do you notice a pattern? Okay, so in this first box up here, we have two positives. Then we have a positive and a negative being multiplied, a negative and a positive, and a negative and a negative. And so do you notice anything about the signs, like when they have the same sign or different signs? And you should. Sorry, my arm is shaky this morning. So here's what the pattern looks like. Is when you multiply two positive numbers together, your answer is always positive. When you multiply different signs together, the answer is negative. Okay, and then down here, two negatives make a positive. And so what I like to think about is this is like the opposite of a positive is a negative, and the same as a negative is a negative. The opposite of a negative is a positive, and the same thing as a positive is a positive. And so that's kind of how we think about it in algebra, which is what we're working toward. And so here's the rule. If two numbers have the same sign, the answer is positive. And if two numbers have different signs, the answer is negative. So here's, I don't have any examples right at that page, but hold on, I'll flip the page. Okay, so some examples that we look at, and I want you to think about what the answer will look like. So here we have a negative divided by a negative, and the rule says if you multiply or divide two of the same sign, the answer will be positive. Okay, so you should already be thinking about what that will be. We have a negative divided by a positive, so you should be thinking that the answer will be negative. Okay, this answer should be positive. A positive times a negative, so different signs, the answer will be negative. And a negative 1/2 times a negative 1/2, the answer will be positive. Okay, so we come over here and take a look at the example. Okay, so I have a negative 12 divided by negative 4. Two negative signs gives me a positive answer. It's like reading the opposite of a negative. Okay, so same sign, positive answer. All right, so a negative 2.4 divided by 4 gives me a negative 0.6. Different signs, negative symbol. A positive multiplied by a negative gives us a negative 18. Different signs, negative answer. And then a positive times a positive gives us a positive answer, same sign, positive. Okay, so here's what I'd like you to do is you're going to hit pause on the video, and I want you to do the practice on this page and going into the next, and then I'm going to reveal the answers. Okay, so hit pause. They're pretty much mental math, so you can do them very, very quickly, and then I'll reveal the answers. Okay, well, hopefully you've done that. So let's go through and just taking a quick look. We know that 7 times 3 is 21, 4 times 8 is 32, and 8 times 3 is 24, but it's the symbol that we're concerned with, okay? So the first one you should have gotten negative 21, then negative 32, positive 24, okay? So coming down here, we know that 25 divided by 5 is 5, and we have one positive and one negative. And then we have a negative divided by negative and a negative divided by positive. So here we go. You should have gotten negative 5, 9, and negative 7. Okay. So remember on our office hours, if you have questions about this, it would be a good time to ask. Okay, so we come back up here. Same thing, we have a negative 1/2 times a positive 1/4. And you guys should have come up with negative 1/8 and a negative 0.4. Okay, so the homework's posted on Google Classroom, and you can disregard the lesson, the numbers here. We're actually going to do IXL for this lesson here. Okay, so IXL, you can see that's also posted on Google Classroom. Okay, message me with any questions.